Hello, I'm Christopher Bayliss from Fast Growth Online. Thank you for downloading the Fast Growth workbook entitled Plan How to Increase Your Operating Profit. During the next couple of minutes, I'm going to talk about with you a couple of tips on how to use this particular workbook. But before that, we'll put the thing in context. Today, I'm joined by Louise Crick. Louise is the manager of the St Leonard's Hotel here on the south coast near Bournemouth. Thank you for joining us, Louise.
Thank you.
Lovely hotel you've got here. Just briefly for the viewers, can you just share with us what the two main focuses of this hotel is, please?
We mainly focus on meetings and events, so we have functions going on throughout the week, and we also cater for holidaymakers over the weekend because we're so close to Bournemouth.
Good, and it's I use this hotel a lot for various other things that I do in Fast Growth, and we're in one of the meeting rooms now. It's really nice to be here. So these function rooms, are many of them used for business meetings?
Yes.
People come from outside, business leaders, to have business meetings with their people?
Yes.
Yeah. Every business leader I meet says profit is central to their business, making profit. I wonder how many of those business people come here and have business meetings have a profit plan.
I think they need to download one of these workbooks.
Okay, you've just downloaded this workbook and Louise has not actually used it. Perhaps I can just ask you to read the focus and the purpose of it.
Plan how to increase your operating profit. The purpose of this workbook is to assist you to create your profit plan. By successfully implementing your plan, you will significantly increase the value of your company.
Now this is part of a chain. Many of you are owner leaders, owner managers, where you can really see the impact of improving profitability on the value. Here you're just interested in just the profits of this particular hotel.
Yeah.
In terms of a profit plan that you'll create from this workbook, over the next year, given that the economy is now starting to move at long last in this country, what are you hoping that this profit plan will do for you in terms of increasing profitability?
I'm hoping and looking for an increase of at least 5% on profit this year.
Good. Okay. So good luck with that. As many of you know, I like visual aids. This is my visual for this particular workbook. It's a China £1. We're in England here in Britain. So it's a China £1 money box. Unfortunately, the bottom's gone. And this idea that it's all about putting the profit plan is to put more money in the profit. I love this is Louise's own mug. Can you just read it for us, because I think it really is appropriate to this.
Keep calm and carry on. It's a yoga term.
Good. Okay. So I'd like to crack on now with the workbook and share with you 3 tips or hints on making the most of it. If you turn to page 1, Louise, you've done the same, yeah? It starts with define your goal for increasing your operating profit. Many of us are really good at setting goals for our sales and our all kinds of things. But here I'm asking you to think about a goal for your profit. So in the box at the top there, Louise, you can see is what is your current annual profit and what is the operating profit as a percentage of your annual sales, something you could do quite easily, couldn't you?
Okay, yep.
Then secondly, think about your goal for increasing your operating profit. Louise, if I could just ask you to read that little bit of text there.
In 8 to 15 words below, what is your goal for increasing your company operating profit? Please make it a SMART goal, i.e. S, specific, M, measurable, A, achievable, R, realistic, T, time-bound.
Okay, and you're familiar with the concept of SMART. Hope you all are. It's a great way of doing it. So draft your SMART goal. There's plenty of white space, plenty of paper. Have a go at drafting it for your operating profit. Then the second recommendation is make it reasonably bold, make it stretching. Okay? By that I mean, if this is the current situation, the current profitability, whatever it is, that's my finger there, and my thumb is the goal, okay? Now if you set a goal that's very close to the current reality, there's not much stretch, not much tension. If you set it which is really put some tension on it, not always, but often you find that goal will pull up the present. Make sense? So make it bold and smart. Okay? And you mentioned a figure earlier on in this meeting. That might be, is that stretching, what you've just talked about?
I think, yeah, that's stretching.
Yeah, okay, great. And finally on this page is think about the critical obstacle that you need to overcome. As business leader, and you are a business leader, most of us are faced with a number of critical obstacles or strategic barriers that we need to overcome. And in fact, the very first workbook of the 50 is Overcome Strategic Barriers and Eliminating Obstacles. And that's a book that I really recommend to help people. The obstacle is the way. And it's actually developing the philosophy that they're just obstacles to overcome. And there's a separate workbook on that which I recommend everybody uses. Okay.
Okay.
So, Louise, hint number 2 is actually how to create your profit plan. As a highly educated and trained and experienced businesswoman, I'd just like to show you this little equation that I think you're probably very familiar with, which says that sales minus costs equals profit. Make sense?
Yep.
And that's the second hint, is use that little formula for creating your profit plan. So if you turn to page 2A and 2B, here, particularly at the bottom of page 2A, are a series of steps, in this case workbooks, that any business leader can use to increase sales. So if you look at, can you read a couple starting from number 2 maybe, 2A2?
2A2.
Yeah.
Sharpen your market focus. 3. Decide your special niche for fast growth. 4. Define your compelling business proposition.
Okay, I'll carry on now if I may. Okay, and then at the bottom of that section, things like generate potential customers, gain your ideal customers, achieve your optimal selling prices, all related to increasing sales. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So what this workbook does is say, look at some of these and decide which ones are relevant to you as part of your profit plan to increase sales. Make sense?
Yep.
Then if you turn to page 2B, and this section 3A, increase your profit. So starting, say, with 3A2, just read that one for us.
Achieve a lower break-even. 3. Develop a strong business model for fast growth. 4. Streamline your business processes. 5. Keep your fast growth on track through effective indicators.
All those will help you reduce costs, and sales minus cost equals profit. Make sense?
Yep.
But that's basically the philosophy. In your profit plan, decide which things you need to do to increase sales, which things to reduce costs, and that's going to impact on your profit. This is your profit plan. Make sense? Very simple. And then identify a few of those and put them in a plan. So number 2 there, what's your first fast growth project to increase your operating profit? What's your second and what's your third? And precede it by what is the critical obstacle that you did on the first hint. And that, Louise, is as simple as that. That is a very simple profit plan that can have a major impact on any business. We know that from working with lots of companies. Okay. And then obviously then it's about implementing that. This is on page 4. So just to summarise, this particular workbook is full of practical, proven tips on how to create a very effective profit plan, which will have a substantial impact on your business. Thank you for your time today, Louise, out of a busy day. What do you think?
I think it's great. I'm going to start working through. and make more profit for my business.
And when are you going to start that?
Today.
Great stuff. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.